Hi learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. So in today's class, we're going to continue with our lesson on percentage. And today we're going to talk about expression of quantity as a percentage of a whole. Expression of quantities as a percentage of a whole. So by the end of this lesson, you'll be able to express specific quantity as a percentage of a whole. You'll be able to utilize any of the method I'm going to show you in today's class to solve problem involving quantity as a percentage. And you're going to understand the practical application of expression of quantity as a percentage. By the end of the lesson, you'll be able to solve problem involving expression of quantity as a percentage. So let's get started. So to express one quantity as a percentage of another, you have to make sure that both quantity are expressed in the same unit before you start any evaluation at all. So after expressing the quantity to be having the same unit, then you can now continue. For instance, if one quantity is given in dollar and the second quantity is given in naira, or the second quantity is given in cent, all you need to do is to either change the quantity to dollar or change the quantity to what, to cent, so that the two quantities will be having the same expression. Okay. Now we can also use formula to solve any problem involving expression of quantity as a percentage. That is, you're going to be having your formula to be part over O, then you multiply, or you have your part over the O to be equals to the unknown value given to you over 100. Now let's take this first example. The first example says, I obtained 30 marks out of 40 in a test. Convert this test mark into percentage. Now, given here, we've already seen that the part of the mark is 30 and the whole mark is 40. The whole mark is 40. So in this case now, I will just adopt my what? My formula method. Then I have my whole multiply by what? By 100. The part is 30, the whole is 40. Multiply by what? By 100. If you reduce this, we're going to be having 300 divided by what? By 4. Now we can take our long division by dividing 300 by 4. Now 4 can go in 30. How many times? It can go in 37 times. And 7 times 4 will give me 28. I'll bring this 0 down here. I'm having my 0. Borrow 1 from this place will be 10. This will be 2. Then I have 0. 4 can go in 20 how many times? 4 can go in 20 5 times. 5 times 4 is going to be 20. 20 minus 20 will be 0. Therefore, the percentage will be 75%. That's the percentage of the mark obtained. Now, you can use other method, the proportional method, that is, you express the whole and the parts like this, everything to be equals to the unknown value you are looking for, divided by what? By 100. So we can cross multiply here, so that we're going to be having 40x to be equals to 30 times 100. So here we can say 40x equals to 3000. Divide both side by 40. Divide both side by 40. 40 cancel out 40. So you have your x to be equals to, you can reduce this to be equals to 300 divided by 4. And this is going to give us 75%. Now let's take other question. And the second question says, what percentage of $40 is 32 cents? Now in this case now, you can see that the quantities are not having the same unit. So all we need to do is to make the quantity to be having the same unit. So it's either you convert it to dollar or you convert the dollar to cent. So let's convert the dollar to cent for easy evaluation. Recall that $1 equals to 100 cents. Now, if $1 equals to 100 cents, so we're going to be having $4 will be equals to 4 times 100. And that will give us 400 cents. Now that we're having the 400 cents to be the whole, the part is what? Is 32 cents. Therefore, using your formula, part over whole times 100. So this will be 32 divided by 400 times 100. So if we reduce this, we're going to be having 32 divided by 4. So if you take your long division, 32 divided by 4. Now, 4 can go in 32 how many times? It can go in 32 8 times. 8 times 4 will give us 32. 32 minus 32 will be 0. Therefore, our final answer will be 8%. So the third question says we should express 23 out of 50 as a percentage. 23 out of 50. So 23 will be the part and the whole will be 50 multiplied by what? By 100. So you can reduce this. We're going to be having 23 over 5 times 10. We can still reduce further. 5 here is 1, 5 here is 2. So we are left with 23 times 2. And 23 times 2 will give us 46. So 46% will be our answer. So the first question says we should express 300 seconds as a percentage of 2 minutes. Now you can see that these values are not in the same unit. Now all we need to do is to either change the 300 seconds to minutes or we change the minutes to seconds. So let's change the minutes to seconds. We're going to be having, we have to recall that 60 seconds equals to 1 minute. So therefore 2 times 60 is going to be 120 seconds. 120 seconds. So using our formula, part over O times 100. So our part now express 300 as a percentage of 2 minutes. So our part now is going to be 120 and the O will be 300 times 100. So if we reduce this now, we're going to be having 120 divided by 3. And 120 divided by 3, 3 can go here how many times? 4. 3 can go here 1. So our final answer will be 40%. So now let's discuss the real world application of expression of quantity as a percentage. Let's solve word problem involving expression of quantity as a percentage. So the first question says Christina received £5 from her grandmother. She gives £1 to her sister. What percentage of £5 did she give to her sister? Now part of the money is 1 and the whole money is 5. Then we multiply by 100. This is going to give us 100 over 5. Now if we reduce this, 5 here 1, 5 here is 2. We're going to be having 20. So therefore, Christina gives 20% of the £5 given to her by her grandmother to her sister. So let's move to the second question. The second question says that for every 50 fans at an ice hockey match between Belfast and Cardiff, 20 of the fans support Cardiff. Work out 20 as a percentage of 50. Now, the whole is 50 and the part is 20. We multiply by 100. So we reduce this. This will be 2. So we have 20 times 2. And this is going to give us 40. So 40% of the Cardiff fans attend the ice hockey match. So the second question of question 2 says 1,000 fans attend the match between Belfast and Cardiff. How many Cardiff fans attend the match? So if 40% of Cardiff fans attend the match, what is the 40% of 1,000? So we're going to find the 40% of 1,000. So you multiply this, can reduce this. So we're going to be left with 40 times 10. So 400 Cardiff fans attend the match. So 400 out of 1,000 fans are Cardiff fans. Now the third question says Danny scored 13 out of 20 in a quiz. Work out the percentage of question Danny answered correctly. So if the part is 13 and the whole mark is 20, we multiply by 100. We reduce this. 2 here is 5. 2 here is 1. So all we need to do is we say 13 times 5 and 13 times 5, this will be what? 15, 65. Therefore, Danny answer 65% question correctly. So the next question says work out the percentage of question Danny answered correctly. Now, if Danny answers 65% out of 20, what is the percentage of the question that Danny answered incorrectly? So that will be 100 minus going to give us 35. Danny answered 35% incorrectly. The fourth question. The fourth question says Jake brings 400 cupcakes to school. He sells 350. So the part is 350. The whole is 400. Jake says that he has sold over 85% of the cupcake. Is Jake correct? So let's confirm that. If we reduce this, we're going to be having 350 divided by 4. So 350 divided by 4, if you take our long division, let's take our long division here. 4 can go in 35 how many times? 8 times. 8 times 4 will give you 32. So you bring down this 0, this will be 3 and 0. 4 can go in 30 how many times? 4 can go in 30 7 times. 4 times 7 will give you 28. If we reduce this, this will be 2 and 0. 4 cannot go in 2, so you put your point here and you add your 0 here. 4 can go in 20 how many times? 5 times. 5 times 4, that will give you 20. 20 minus 20 is 0. Therefore, Jake sold 87.5%, not 85%. Therefore, Jake is incorrect. So let's take two more questions before we go. The next question says, for every 50 students at I-Town School, 29 are girls. Work out 29 as a percentage of 50. So the part is 29, the whole is 50. Say times 100. 50 here is 1, 50 here is 2. So we're going to be having 29 times 2. And 29 times 2, that will give us 8. 2 times 2, that's 4, that's 58. So 58% are girls. 58% are girls. Now the next question says 1,000 students attend I-Town School. How many girls attend I-Town School? So if 58% are girls, we're going to be having 58 divided by 100 multiplied by the number of the total students in the school. That will be 1,000. If you reduce this, we're going to be left with 5, 8 times 10. Therefore, 580 students are girls. The second question says, David received £5 from his grandmother. He gives £2 to his sister. Write down £2 as a percentage of £5. So in this case now, the part is 2, the whole is 5. So we multiply by 100. So if we reduce this, we also reduce this. This will be 2, that's 20. And we're going to be left with 2 times 20. Our final answer will be 40%. So David gives 40% of the money given to him by his grandma to his sister. So if you like my video, kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel and click the notification button so as to receive every new video I'm going to be dropping on my channel. See you in the next class. Thank you.